Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a while. So as a gay person, I've always been really fascinated with the concept of a gay icon or like a queer icon. Like as queer people, there are certain characters or moments in history that we tend to gravitate towards. People or situations that captivate us. They give us this like sense of excitement. It's like we feel this spark that straight people don't seem to get. Be it animated characters like Ursula, or celebrities like Cher, Madonna, Judy Garland, movies like Death Becomes Her, Carrie, Mommy Dearest, Drop Dead Gorgeous, Miss Congeniality, The Craft. Sometimes it's just one scene in particular, like this one from the movie Clue.
Yes, I did it. I killed Yvette. I hated her so much. It flames on the side of my face.
I wouldn't really call Clue a gay iconic movie, but that scene definitely is. Like an iconic gay moment could be as simple as a dress worn in an award show. Like, we'll fucking remember that shit until we die. And these characters or moments usually have a lot in common. There's like a larger than life quality, a theatrical feeling, and like a tongue-in-cheek ridiculousness about it all. You might call it camp.
The tragically ludicrous? The ludicrously tragic?
Most gay icons are flashy women who hold a lot of power, or at least act as if they have power. Actually, I think it's more about their attitude than the reality. Like a lot of times I think it's actually enhanced when they're delusional about the power they have, or like how beautiful they think they are, or it's like this trope of the diva. So many women from the golden age of film are gay icons. And I think that's just due to the glamour of the time, the crazy makeup they would wear, the eyebrows they would have, the way they held themselves. It was so unnatural and otherworldly. Those weird transatlantic accents. I mean, just listen to Elizabeth Taylor speak.
That we have treated others with the kindness, dignity, and respect that every human being deserves.
It reeks of effort. It just like brings me joy, you know? Now I think there's a lot of obvious queer icons out there that we all know and love, but I also think as queer people, there's this like spidey sense we get when we see something that exhibits like gay iconic qualities. And a lot of the time this happens for things that are not known to be iconically gay. Like it's not always Cher. I know personally I have a lot of underrated favorites for things I consider to be gay culture, but I think the mainstream world wouldn't really know it as gay, but we as gay people, we know. We feel it. Like I think it's confusing to straight people why Laura Dern is a gay icon, but we know that she is. We feel that she is. It's just an innate sense you have. So this gave me the idea to make a video where I could kind of go over some of the more underappreciated gay icons and gay iconic moments in history. Like some of these are being unfairly glossed over. Now I have a lot of these, so I think I'm gonna break them up into maybe multiple videos, but I wanna start this one with the top 10 gay moments from my childhood. So some of these are characters, some of these are moments, some of these are scenes, but anyway, let's get started. So number 1 is Angelica's mom from Rugrats. Angelica's mom from Rugrats is a fucking queen. She's like a high-powered businesswoman who is always on her cell phone, which is a big deal in the 90s. Not everybody had a cell phone. And she's always bossing around that Jonathan guy who we never see. And it's got this like Dom sub quality to it.
Say bye-bye to Mommy. No, not you, Jonathan.
And she wears a high pony with her power suit. And I mean, that's plenty for it to go off in my head as a kid. I love that character. Number 2 is Sandy Griffin from Daria. So I don't know if you remember this character, but Sandy was the head of the fashion club at Daria's high school. I always kind of considered her the queen bee of that group. I think it was supposed to maybe be Daria's sister Quinn, but Sandy takes it for me. She's got style, she's got the attitude, and she has the best cartoon voice I have ever heard.
Actually, I believe Brent, my date, may be a little more popular than Rex. Not that it matters.
Like, what is that? It's like 90s teenager, but with like a surfer dude layer to it. It sounds so crazy, but it's got the perfect apathy to it. Like she cares a lot, but she doesn't care at all.
I feel horrible.
It's almost masculine. I love her. She's perfect. Icon. Number 3 is Debbie Mazar from Beethoven's Second. So for the youths, Beethoven was a series of movies about a Saint Bernard, like the dog. I think most kids in the 90s were more familiar with Beethoven the dog than they were with the composer. But in the second movie, Beethoven Second, get it? There was a villain played by Debbie Mazar named Regina. I barely even remember the plot, and I'm not rewatching it for this video. I think the plot had something to do with her stealing somebody's dog, or maybe she had an ex-husband, or there was a husband character, and they were no longer together. And I think maybe they had a dog together that she was trying to keep from him. I can't remember the plot at all, but I think she like heard a bunch of animals. Either way, she looked beautiful, like absolutely stunning. She has these like gorgeous blue eyes and this jet black hair and this really like thick New York accent.
The dog goodbye, Brillo. Visiting hours are over.
As a kid, I thought she was so fucking cool. I think that they were trying to frame it so that we hated her, but she was my favorite. I wanted her to win. I wanted her to kill all the dogs or whatever she wanted to do. Oh, just look at her. That outfit. And she turns around and it's backless. Oh, Ruth Bader Ginsburg just died. Fuck. Number 4 is Thumbelina in her bug costume. Now, I would never consider Thumbelina to be a gay icon. She's too much of a protagonist. She's a goody-goody. She's pretty in a non-threatening way. She's nice. There's nothing subversive about her. However, there is this one particular scene where she's dressed up in this, like, beautiful bug costume by a beetle to perform in some kind of beetle burlesque Vegas kind of production, and the outfit gagged me. This is, I mean, I have never seen anything this beautiful on the runway of RuPaul's Drag Race. She's giving me Bjork, she's giving me Hungry. It was my favorite part of this movie. Yes, Thumbelina! Oh my god, Thumbelina, you look beautiful! Also, Charo is in this movie as a frog, but she's kind of like a pretty popular gay icon, so I wouldn't include her as an underrepresented one. Number 5 is this thing from Toy Story. This one isn't much of a character. I just like distinctly remember this fishing rod with doll legs from Sid's room in Toy Story. I think it's supposed to be like some joke about like her being a hooker, but I just think she looks great. I mean, look at her. Powerful. Number 6 is Angewomon from Digimon. Woman. There is nothing a gay kid loves more than an underdog character with a secret hidden power. And Angewomon fits this description. Like a good anime, Digimon knew to save up its like big evolutions for like critical episodes. So they knew this is one we were waiting for. And the payoff was good. Look at this fucking outfit. The wings, the glamour. We were already thirsting over Angemon at this point. So it only makes sense to have kind of like a feminine goddess version of him. Thrilling. 7. Hexadecimal from Reboot. I love Hexadecimal. The power, the insanity, her voice, her outfit. Throughout the season, she even changes outfits. Hexadecimal's face doesn't move, so she has to change expression by kind of replacing masks. A woman with multiple faces. I wonder why that resonates with gay people. Her character is a virus, so her very presence is supposed to hinder the world she lives in, which I love. Yeah, fuck shit up. Cause some drama. She's pure chaos, but at the same time, she has this air of grace. She seems calm, but under the surface, she's just like boiling with rage that could come out at any moment. I was always like, what is she gonna do next? Are they gonna say the wrong thing? I wanna see Hexadecimal go fucking psycho. Number 8 is Iris from Sinbad. So there's this DreamWorks movie from the early 2000s that I don't think a lot of people saw called Sinbad Legend of the Seven Seas. And it's a shame that nobody saw this because the villain is incredible. Her name is Iris and she's the goddess of chaos, voiced by Michelle Pfeiffer. And she's animated in this combination of 3D and traditional. And the way they handle her hair is so satisfying. I think all I wanted as a kid was like long flowing animated hair. She's just constantly like growing and shrinking in size and it's all so beautifully animated. Ugh, just look at her.
You're cute, but not that cute.
Number 9 is Miss Bellum fighting Sedusa in the Powerpuff Girls. So when people think about Powerpuff Girls and gay stuff, they usually bring up him. And I love him. I think him is a great character. But the real queer historical moment in this show for me is this battle. This episode ends in like a full-on battle between the professor's sexy genius assistant, Miss Sarah Bellum, and villain Sedusa. As in Medusa, but with more seduction. And even these characters separately give off gay iconic vibes. But when they're fighting each other, with this animation and these angles, enthralling. Just please go watch it. And number 10, my top pick for this video at least, is the finale of season 1 of Sailor Moon. I'm going with the English dub because that's what I saw growing up. Now, I'm not here to gatekeep, but if you saw this growing up and you didn't freak the fuck out, maybe this gay thing isn't for you. There's so much going on here for me. Serena is transformed into her, like, princess past moon storyline thing I never quite understood when I watched it, with a beautiful dress. And Queen Beryl is transformed into this, like, giant blue-skinned green hair monster with this very shapely designer red dress. In classic anime fashion, there's two beams of energy fighting each other, one good and one evil. As a gay kid, you're not really sure which one you want to win. The English dub, although it cut out a lot of good parts, has this super cheesy song that I absolutely love. They threw a guitar solo in it just for me. And then there's like this little montage where Serena gains power from all of her dead Sailor Scout friends, but in the English version you don't know that they're dead. And they all shout out their names as their energy comes together and destroys Queen Beryl. Like the animation in this scene, the music, the colors, it's just pure drama. I was exhilarated. I can't watch it today without getting chills. It's my number one. This clip makes kids gay. Don't let Mike Pence find out about it. Anyway, those are my first 10 underappreciated queer icons or iconic moments, or at least the ones that immediately came to mind. I have so many more, like from my childhood and also just in general. Like, I think the next one I do won't be mostly animated characters. Comment below if you've got any ideas for characters that you considered gay icons growing up. I would love to hear them. Remember, all gay icons are valid. Follow, rate, subscribe. I haven't made a video in a while. Bye.
I feel horrible.